unseasonably warm around here. So here we are, March 31st. The clouds are moving in, the rain moving in, finally starting to feel a little bit more like springtime. We swung the camera around and then looking off to the west with the mountains in the distance, some rain showers just starting to come across the high country with that snow along the higher peaks. Snow level will be about 9,000 feet or so with this storm. Temps, believe it or not, yes, you see a lot of 60s. We saw these temperatures right after midnight. That's when we recorded the daytime high for a lot of folks out there, including us here in the Denver area, as that cold front raced in overnight and allowed our temps to really hold in the 40s for most of the afternoon. Looking at the satellite and radar composite, some light rain showers off to the western slope, a little bit of light snowfall just starting along I-70 out there toward the Valley area and then up through the Front Range Mountains too. Rocky Mountain National Park looking at a little bit of light snow and then some light rain showers just beginning to push onto the I-25 corridor, and they'll track off to the eastern plains this evening. A few light rain showers early and then everything kind of winds down by about 10 p.m. So we'll see a stronger wave of moisture roll in pretty much this time tomorrow. Overnight lows will dip into the 30s for most of northeastern Colorado and another night in the 30s up in the mountains too. So let's fire up the Futurecast. Here we are about 7 p.m. Still a few lingering showers around the Denver metro area with some light snow up in the mountains. This takes us to 11 p.m. Most of the shower activity is east, with that snowfall becoming a bit heavier at times throughout the overnight hours up in the mountains. And this is the way you wake up on Wednesday. Wow. The storm system certainly packing a punch, not just with the snow, but some pretty gusty winds. So a heads up as far as traveling conditions go. Blowing and drifting snow along those higher mountain passes definitely could be a problem for you. This is 8 a.m. While we have mostly cloudy skies here in Denver, the snow is falling up in the mountains. We'll start to see some of that rain moving in by about 1, 2 o'clock, and then it shifts along the I-25 corridor and then moves up along I-76 by late Wednesday evening. Meanwhile, that snow still coming down for our northern mountains and central mountains too. So overall, we're expecting about 6 to 12 inches with this storm. We still have another hour until this advisory goes into effect. So the storm really hasn't ramped up just yet. It's going to be overnight into tomorrow that we see the heaviest snow coming down, but that advisory will continue until late tomorrow night. Cooler air continues for the northern tier of the U.S., 30s and 40s for highs. We'll see highs in the upper 50s tomorrow here in the Denver area, but mostly cloudy skies, and then we'll be tracking those rain showers again about 3, 4 o'clock. Highs sitting in the 50s off to the northeastern plains, still some 70s down in Lamar and La Junta with 40s mainly up through the foothills. Your super 7-day forecast, another cool off coming, very windy on Friday for the home opener, and then the Easter weekend looks gorgeous. All right, you guys, we are talking about a winter storm that is moving into Colorado as we speak. This is a wonderful, and I mean wonderful, sight to see. We are looking at that snow stacking up through the high country with some light rain for much of us here in the Denver area. It's already starting to pull into the I-25 corridor. Like you just mentioned, we have that winter weather advisory in effect, just went into effect at 6 p.m. will continue until 9 p.m. tomorrow evening. Some areas picking up about 6 to 12 inches of snow. You can take my word for it. The temperatures behind me are pretty impressive because we have seen a 30-degree drop in just past 24 hours. Temps currently sitting in the 50s up and down I-25, and the cooler air is going to stick around tomorrow. We have a little more rain moving in. We'll dive into all of it and much more, guys, in just a few minutes. So as this storm system races across the state, here we are tomorrow afternoon when we'll get another good dose of some rain here in Denver. If you're out and about, might have to pop open the umbrella, flip on the windshield wipers, and still some heavy snow up in the mountains. Like I was showing you, upwards of a foot of fresh snow within the next about 24 hours or so. A quick little ridge will build in on Thursday for us. That brings us the sunshine, a bit of a warm up too. Highs will be sitting in the 70s, and then here we go again. Another storm system set to push into the state late Thursday night into Friday. We have been watching the storm just because Friday, of course, the home opener for the Rockies. What will Mother Nature bring this year? It does look like this storm system will lurk just a bit further to the north for us. So the Denver area not necessarily getting in on the action as far as rain or snow. It pretty much stays up in the mountains. What we will see, certainly a cool off and some pretty gusty winds. But as that storm system races out, the sunshine moves back in for us for the weekend. The winter weather advisories that will continue through 9 p.m. tomorrow. The wind gusts upwards of 45 to 50 miles per hour with an additional 6 to 12 inches of snow. So blowing and drifting snow definitely could be a problem for us. There we are, Thursday, back to the 70s, and then we'll cool things into the 50s Friday, but so far so good heading into the weekend.
Thank you, Dan.
As we look out there, downtown Denver, mostly cloudy skies, like you mentioned, on the west side of town, a little bit of light rainfall just beginning. We'll be watching these showers over the course of the next couple of hours. They'll be very light, but we do have another round on the way for tomorrow. Talking about that temperature change, my goodness, you felt it. You needed the coat today. 30 degrees cooler than where we were at yesterday, 27 degrees cooler in Fort Collins and over to Greeley. Of course, the eastern side of the state also a lot cooler, as well as up through the high country. Temperatures currently running in the low 50s up and down I-25, 49 in Sterling and Akron, with some 50s up in the mountains too. We've been slowly watching this moisture feeding in across the western slope, a little light snowfall up in the mountains, but it really will ramp up late tonight. We're looking at that winter weather advisory. That'll go into effect within the next hour, continue all the way through tomorrow evening. Here in the Denver area, rainfall just getting going out there, but it'll be with us, like I said, for a couple of hours this evening. The rain returning to us tomorrow afternoon as early as about 2 o'clock, so a heads up there. And then all eyes ahead to the weekend, Easter weekend, sunshine or rain. Details when I see you back here, guys, in just about 10 minutes.